Hey friends, we're in week 4 of our small group training videos, and this week we're going to talk about confidentiality. Now, confidentiality is probably one of the most important and special gifts that you can give to your small group. Confidentiality is this understanding that what happens in your small group stays there, that it's a safe space. Now, there are limits to confidentiality. If you hear something that causes you to be alarmed, that makes you believe that someone is a danger to themselves or someone else, obviously we need to make sure to refer them out to get some help. Confidentiality also doesn't mean that you have to handle everybody's problems all the time. It also doesn't mean that you want to let someone run the group because they have to share their story constantly over and over and over again. But confidentiality is this trust agreement that you have with everybody in your group, an agreement that says this is a safe space, that your story, it matters because it's your story, that your struggles, your pains, your addictions, your brokenness is something that we're not going to go talking about outside of the walls of this group. If you find yourself in the middle of a small group and you're going through some pretty heavy stuff, it's okay to just take a moment and say, this is heavy. It's okay to acknowledge the darkness and the weight of a certain moment. I've been involved in groups where we shared stories that were hard for us to hear, stories of brokenness, of pain, of hurt. We can find consolation with one another. We can share those stories, and we can acknowledge that these are probably beyond our capacity. It's okay in those moments to ask if we can find help, if we can refer this person out to get additional help. Ultimately, the point of confidentiality is that someone feels that they have a place where they can be heard, where their story matters. Now, confidentiality isn't only about sharing bad things. It's not only about sharing pains and struggles, but sometimes it's about sharing surprises and benefits and celebrations that we just can't release out into the public sector yet. Sometimes your job is going to take a drastic turn for the better. A promotion looms on the horizon and you're not allowed to release that information yet. Maybe your company is being acquired by another one and the deal isn't quite finalized yet, but you just need to share it with someone. These are things that if you share them in the context of a small group, they need to stay in that small group. Sometimes it's relational struggles or relational blessings. Any of these things are matters where confidentiality is really, really massively important. So as we kind of wrap this video up, as we kind of summarize things a little bit here, confidentiality is about creating a safe place, a place where people can be heard and valued for who they are, that their pains, their struggles, their celebrations, they don't weigh how we see them, but rather they allow us to welcome them in. And we can share our own stories, understanding and trusting that what happens within the confines of a small group is intended to bring us closer together and not be shared outside of this group. So this week, as we think about confidentiality, think about the word trust. What is it going to take to allow your group to be a place where safe conversations can happen and trust can be established for the sake of the entire group? All right, friends, we'll see you again next week.